Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Don Ferguson and welcome to the first episode of Teeqlife on the road. Now, for our first episode, we decided to keep things very close to home, basically my backyard. We're going to be checking out the beautiful Barrio in Plymouth, Michigan. Now, Barrio is known for their signature street Mexican fare, along with some great fresh street tacos. They also have some craft cocktails, and my favorite thing, over 180 different tequilas on the menu. So we're gonna go check up with my friend Dean Rovinelli, co-owner of Barrio, and see what they got cooking. Follow me, let's go. We're here inside of Barrio, and I'm meeting with one of the owners, Dean Rovinelli. We're gonna talk a little bit about how this concept came about. So Dean, you wanna tell us a little bit about the restaurant?
Yeah. Back in 2013, John Corsi was my partner, myself. We were collaborating ideas and trying to think what would be a good fit in this town. It's a great town. We ultimately came up with the idea of like really cool Mexican food with an authentic base, well, adding a couple gears to it. We did a lot of research, created a great menu, found the people to execute it, and here we are. It's busy every night.
Because there are a lot of Mexican restaurants in the area, but your Mexican, cuisine is a little bit different.
Well, we didn't want to be, not that it's a bad thing, but there's a lot of Tex-Mex, right? And that fits a demographic, and we wanted to do something more on the authentic street tacos, something that you don't see a lot of. Freshness, there's no microwaves here, there's no freezers, it's all fresh.
Okay.
So it makes it sound like we're doing something special, but nowadays it is.
So, the name, where did the name come from?
Plymouth is a great neighborhood. Barrio means neighborhood, it's plain and simple. Barrio means like, it could mean like a ghetto, a quarter, within a city, like a quarters, like French quarters, Spanish quarters, whatever. So Barrio just means neighborhood, and it just flowed well, and we liked it.
So, Cocina Tequilera.
Cocina y Tequileria, yeah.
Okay, I knew I was going to mess that up.
That's all right.
That's easy. So, let's talk a little bit about adding that to the name. So most people know it by Barrio.
Sure.
Obviously. But it does have that surname as well to kind of establish it as a place for great tequila.
We wanted people to know that, the whole tequila bar thing can be kind of scary for a lot of people, and we wanted to soften it up. We wanted to let people know that, listen, this is a kitchen, this is a restaurant, and it pairs well with the tequilas. So that was kind of the approach, just to soften it up and let people know this is a restaurant, and you can get great drinks at this restaurant.
Right. So, tequila has definitely had a bad stigma over the years. I won't name any names, but there's been that sugary agave product from the 1980s where spring break, you kind of had too much and you had that hangover, so now you blame tequila for the rest of your life.
Right.
So was it hard introducing a tequila restaurant into the market?
No, it really wasn't. However, in the beginning we would see people, how do I drink this? And then you had some people that slam it. We'd be like, no, stop. Sip it. Sip it, don't slam it. It's kind of like a thing. Sip it, don't slam it. And the beauty of it is when they slowed down, they could actually taste things. They could taste notes in the tequilas. They could taste, the caramel, the different aromatics that tequila brings to the table. And then all of a sudden, people start getting curious. They want to taste what the next one tastes like and try different brands. And it becomes a cool thing. And our experience here is people come here to taste, to enjoy. Nobody's slamming drinks here. It's a really good environment. People enjoy trying new things.
Who came up with the concept and the design? It kind of resembles an old school Mexican patina, something like that. So who kind of came up with the design?
Yeah, so my partner John Corsi, he's pretty talented at this stuff.
Okay.
And we put our heads together. We kind of wanted to create a feeling. And the feeling was we didn't want it to be too aggressive because the whole tequila concept can be kind of aggressive with graffiti and Talavera skulls and whatnot. So we wanted to do that, but with a softness to it to make it more family friendly. So we contacted a bunch of muralists around town, and we found this girl out of Redford. Her name is Laura Cook, and Laura Cook was great. She grabbed onto our concept. We came up with sketches, and we kind of mixed and matched things, and she came up with it and drew it out, and she did a great job. It's very family friendly. It's unique. It's art. And,
It's beautiful.
yeah, it's very colorful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's just a great feeling here. It's a great environment. You feel a lot of energy, and I love that. So I love, with Teeqlife, what we're trying to do is change the perception on tequila. Like, it is something that you want to sip, you want to enjoy. You don't want to slam, you don't want to shoot it. You want to just sit back, lay back, and enjoy with some great food.
You said the word social, and that's what we were going for. We wanted a very, very social environment. So the decor is very simple. We have 2 TVs in the whole restaurant, so it's enough to kind of, if you want to keep up with what's going on, but at the same time, people are talking to each other at the table, and that's what we wanted. So people come here and they really enjoy the experience, they enjoy the food, they enjoy the drinks, they enjoy each other, which is most important.
Appreciate it, Dean.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
So now's my favorite part of the segment is talking cocktails and tequila. So I'm joined by Cheyenne. She's going to give us the rundown of all these delicious looking drinks and talk a little bit about tequila.
So I guess we should start with our classic margarita.
Okay.
We do all fresh squeezed lime juice in-house. We squeeze about 3,000 limes a week.
3,000. So
yeah.
who does the squeezing? Really? So I probably shouldn't do this, but I think I need to be a taste tester.
I
because
love it.
I just want to make sure that it is fresh squeezed.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's very good. That's
makes
fresh.
a difference.
I don't think there's 3,000, but this is definitely fantastic. So what type of tequila is in
So
here?
we actually use El Humidor Silver.
Okay.
We use that in
Love it.
our house margaritas. And we do a little bit of orange liqueur and just a dab of sugar. We don't like to make them too sweet. You can always sweeten them up if you want.
I love tequila. I love a margarita. And I don't like the overly sweet, sugary margarita. I like something fresh.
Yep.
And with this, you can taste the freshness in it.
Now we've got our elderflower paloma. So it's just a little spin-off of a regular paloma. Again, we do fresh fruits, grapefruit.
Okay.
Everything we do here is fresh. We don't do anything bought. So we
That's
like
good to
playing
know.
with things, playing with fruit.
Okay.
And we top it with a little slice of grapefruit. The elderflower just gives it a little bit of kind of like a floral taste, but the paloma has that grapefruit flavor and it really stands out. So I really like that one.
So what type of tequila was in this again?
That one we use our Jornitos Reposado.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to give it a little bit of a smoother taste, but perks back up with the lime juice again and the grapefruit juice.
That's a fantastic paloma. So I was in LA recently, and I had my first paloma, a real paloma.
Okay.
And I gotta say, this is extremely close, like they're brother and sister. So this is fantastic. This is a great paloma. What do we have going on here?
This is the Manzana Mule. We took simple syrup and we boiled it down with cinnamon to give it a little bit of a fall flavor. We topped it with the apple cider, the hard apple cider, and it's really good, the Vanderbilt.
Oh.
So we do a little bit of lime juice in that as well, and we do El Humidor Silver tequila inside.
Okay.
So
This is
top it with some
really
apples
good.
for fall.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Some people like cinnamon, but we like to have just a hint of it.
I get the hint of the cinnamon. I do taste a little bit of the apple because it's been in here for a minute. So this is very light and refreshing. This is probably really dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can drink a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then probably about 4 in, you're feeling it.
You're like, oh yeah, I was drinking.
Yeah, I was.
That happened.
So let's jump into tequilas.
All right.
So we're gonna slide them down. I'm gonna save that one for last. Let's talk about tequilas.
Yeah.
So this first one, Pura Vida, I haven't had it before.
Okay.
I've seen it. This is the first establishment that I've actually ever seen it carried in. So what type of tequila is this? Reposado, Blanco?
Pura Vida is the Pure Life. It's an añejo, so it's typically in the barrels for 2 or more years. The darker the color, the longer it was in the barrel. Pura Vida was in white American oak barrels, and it's got this smooth taste to it. It's not going to be as raunchy as a Blanco.
This one we chose because the bottle is beautiful.
It is.
Milagro, it's actually a favorite brand of mine. For everybody that doesn't know, this is the piña. So this is actually the agave plant, and they put it into a beautiful mold in the bottle.
So this is a Blanco. It's not going to go into barrels. Some people put them in barrels or steel barrels when they're a Blanco because they want that bite. They want that tequila bite.
Right. you also get that agave taste too. So you get the real agave
getting that herbal taste from the plant. And depending on if you're in the highlands or lowlands of Mexico, you're going to get more of a citrus or a fruit taste. It's really good to mix in cocktails.
It is.
Or drink as a shot. So it's up to you on how you want to do it.
What is this one? Now I don't know if I've had this one.
Cazadores is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Especially when you're on a budget. They take the piña or the pit of the agave plant and they roast it in the ground to get that kind of caramelization taste going. This is the Reposado, so it's middle-aged tequila. Reposado translates to rested. So this is going to be your not too dark, but your medium goldish color. It's got a sweet taste to it, but it still gives you that bite. So this is one of my favorite bottles to buy for a party or on the weekends or whatever you need it for.
So if you're balling on a budget. This is a good one.
Cazadores translates to hunter. So it's a good one to take on your hunting trip.
Imagine that. Okay. So this is unique. I've never seen this one. I've never heard of this one. It's a great looking bottle.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a ceramic bottle.
Yeah. So Husong's really good. It's a fun find because you're not looking for it, you don't really know a lot about it, but once you taste it, again, it's a Reposado, so it's a middle-aged rested tequila. It's going to give you some spice, but still smoother than a Blanco. These are in the barrels. They're oak barrels that were once used for bourbon.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to get a little bit of your spice from, and it's just a really nice, easy tequila that gives you a bit of surprise.
Okay.
So
I'm going to have to try this one. Now to one of my favorites. Now, I don't know, do people come in and see the bottle and like, what is that?
Yes, they're like, what planet did that come from?
So when you serve it, do you do the ding?
I've not done the ding.
Really? All right, so you got to ding it.
You learned something new.
If everybody didn't know that, yes, this is a Clase Azul. This is a Reposado. It's rested as well. It's typically rested for 8 months, but it's just a beautiful bottle. And some of the history behind this is when they first started this company, this wasn't the bottle.
Right.
It was actually, I think, a sombrero or something like that. It was like a really cheesy design. And so the owner, the founder of it, he said, you know what, I'm going to go high end and I'm going to create a luxury brand tequila before luxury brand tequilas, high end tequilas were actually born. So this is one of my favorites. Anytime that you pour, a shot of it neat, you gotta ding it. So from now on, I think that's a good attention grabber. But yeah, this one is just ultra smooth.
Yeah.
It's
hand-painted
easy.
bottle. The bottles are beautiful.
Now this one is going to carry a higher price point than most. I think it's like around 120 or something like that.
Yeah, it's for the Añejo, yeah.
Right. So, but it's a fantastic brand. They do have a mezcal. I don't know if you carry the mezcal. The mezcal is really good. Really good. But these are some fantastic selections, some beautiful bottles. And I think it's time to jump in and drink some more and do some shots.
That's what we do.
Well, thank you, Cheyenne. I really appreciate everything, and we'll be back. So this concludes the Teeqlife on the Road review of Barrio in Plymouth, Michigan. I want to thank all the Barrio staff for allowing us to come in and try everything that was freshly made, from the cocktails down to the hot sauces. Please be sure to follow us on YouTube. That's Teeqlife on YouTube. And you can also check us out at teeqlife.com and subscribe to the blog. Until next time, cheers, salute.